A woman woke up to find her 4 limbs tied to the back of a horse. Panicked, she asked her new boyfriend, whom she had only met 5 minutes earlier, what was happening. He replied with a grin, "Time to start the protection ritual," and then cracked the whip in his hand. Just half a day earlier, a group of young travelers had arrived at a strange, eerie village. The village chief gave them a warm welcome and even invited the village maidens to liven things up. The young people thought they were in for a joyful night of entertainment. Little did they know, they had already stepped into the trap of man-eating demons. Late that night, Widow Wang from the village approached a young man named Xiao Shuai, saying she wanted to talk. Their conversation quickly turned flirtatious, and before long, they were preparing for an intimate encounter. The man had no idea that this night would become unforgettable in the worst way. Before things began, the widow suggested they play a little game. She casually grabbed a water pipe and forced it into the young man's mouth. When she turned the valve, Xiao Shuai immediately realized something was wrong. What was being pumped into his stomach was concentrated sulfuric acid. Within minutes, his body began to emit thick white smoke, burning even through the bedboard beneath him, leaving a massive hole. Soon after, the next victim appeared, a beautiful girl with a good figure. A handsome villager lured her into a passion-filled stable with sweet words. Just as things were about to go further, he blindfolded her, and that led to the very scene at the beginning. Later that night, the village chief hosted a grand feast. The guests all praised the roasted meat on the table for its delicious flavor. None of them knew that the meat was, in fact, the girl's flesh. The next day, the village held a dance party. Tourists and villagers sang and danced together. A girl named Quihua was brought beneath a massive bell. Suddenly, the entire village froze in silence. Quihua, puzzled, was just about to ask what was happening when the villagers all opened umbrellas. At that moment, an old woman loosened the rope, and the bell, weighing over 10,000 tons, plunged from above, crushing the girl into a bloody pancake. The villagers erupted in cheers. The horrifying sight sent one of the men fleeing in terror, but he was quickly caught, pinned onto a table and restrained tightly. In the villagers' frenzied applause, 2 young women appeared, carrying a 100-meter-long iron skewer. They charged straight toward the man's rear. The next moment, an old crone licked her tongue across the iron tip and exclaimed with delight, not bad at all. The taste is excellent." By then, the rest of the young travelers finally realized something was terribly wrong, but it was already too late. One by one, they all became the villagers' evening feast.